Hola, Hexkins, and yeah, why not go live streaming? And because why not? Because I was just in Cabana Crypto's happy hour show, and yeah, it was a good old time. About 100 Hexkins, I think 80, 90 viewing it at some points. So yeah, it was great little stream going on. And I figured why not go live? And why not have 24/7 Hex content on YouTube? Blow up YouTube, blow up the virality. Yes, we shall. We shall. And I shall just pop up my little pink chart that I've been tracking since the all-time low. Well, actually, I've kind of been tracking it since I kind of went all in to Hex. When did I go all into Hex? Let me show you when. Chrome tab, 10,000 Hex, X chart. Here we go. And yeah, when did I go all in Hex? I think it was during this period, the summer doldrums. We literally had a summer doldrum, a summer bear market almost, right? Pre big payday, which was over here, January, New Year's Eve pump which was over here. And I'll zoom it in slightly for you guys. And here we go. And yeah, so I originally claimed my Hex back, I think it was day 7. Would have been day 1. But I was on vacation. So I actually got to claim on day 7. And through this process, I think I was nibbling here, all through this period, and I saw this huge rise against all my other cryptos dumping, and that was the signal for me to start going all in Hex, right? After really evaluating what I was holding and what it was paying me, right? And it literally became a no-brainer for me to start going all in Hex during this period. So I was buying here, and even up into, I believe, August and September. So I got some highs, I got some lows, but it was a continual process for me of accumulation. And as Kareem the Dream says, accumulation is a never-ending process, right? True accumulation never really ends. And as as Wells Only will say, he likes to get paid every single day, so he will be buying every single day, right? That's the kind of a gist I'm trying to get at, right? And so today was kind of an eventful day. I don't know if you guys watched Gentlemen on Crypto. I never really knew who they were until Richard talked to those guys. Good guys. I like those guys, actually. And they had on Reggie Middleton. Reggie Middleton spent pretty much all his time talking about Hex in a scam manner, right? The scammer talking about Hex being a scam. Well, unfortunately, Reggie, and I wish I was on Twitter to throw some bombs at Reggie. Hex is not a scam. Never was, never will be. Yes, potentially it could be a security, because the SEC, what are they really? A body? It's a non-governmental body, a kind of arm of the US government. It's not part of the US government, and they like to what do they really like to do? Their MO is to protect investors, right? And protect investors. I think they were initially set up post during the depression period. So obviously, a lot of people lost their shirt during 1929 crash, and so when you pull together money, any sort of money in any sort of entity, is pretty much a security. But are we relying on the work of others? Well, in Hex is a global community, a global cooperative, a savings community, right? So we kind of relying on the community to do some work here and there, but it's generally the product itself is not a security, in my opinion. Fairly launched, right? And Ethereum was a security because it held an ICO, right? You had to sacrifice your BTC to get some Ethereum, and relying on the work of the genius of Vitalik. If you believed he was genius, some people called him a scammer. Yes, they did. They called him a scammer, and he was shunned from the Bitcoin community. The maximalists pushed him out, pushed him away, caused him to start his own blockchain, the Ethereum blockchain, with the help of Joe Lubin. He needed some help, obviously, because he was just a wee kid at that time. I think he was still only 20 years old. So he's 27, 28 right now. And so what? What I'm trying to say is, this chart will illustrate to you why Hex is Reggie Middleton calls for Hex fair valuation, I believe 0.0002. I think, is that 4 zeros or 3 zeros? Either way, it's either down here or down here. That's Reggie Middleton's analytical quant analysis fundamental view of Hex being worth around in this zone, right? Either here, that's 0.002, or even worse, 0.002 quattro 02s, right? Well, the problem with this, Reggie, the marketplace has determined that is not to do reality, because here we go. We are testing levels as we go up. So the marketplace determines that getting paid every single day is actually a product that deserves to be invested in, right? So we tested this level, as you can see. We spiked up, test. A lot of testing going on here. And this blue line is of the daily highs. This is kind of different to what you will see on a regular chart on TradingView or CoinPapuka or anywhere else. This is daily highs, right? And yeah, sure, we have a gap between 001 and 002. But the testing continued. The testing of levels continued. So the gaps, this should have been a gap that should have been tested, sure, but it never got down to there. Because why? Product market fit, right? Strong community, a true crypto, a true DeFi crypto. And Reggie calls himself the creator and origin and the godfather of DeFi. He has patents. But he never really built anything in the DeFi world. Who is Reggie Middleton but a confidence man? And he generates a lot of confidence in his respective communities. Let's call it what it is, the black community. And even I, back in 2017, looked at Reggie's videos and thought, yes, what he was designing was actually kind of fundamentally good. A sort of a decentralized hedge fund. I actually own some very Tasium. You say potato, I say potato, right? So whatever you want to call it. But he really wasn't a true advocate of a community, true advocate of public open blockchains. Really, he built on top of Ethereum. He tried to launch a Mastercoin back in the day. I think it was called Mastercoin, something like that, on top of Bitcoin. So I think he has some good ideas, but his execution was and has been proven to be dishonest. Remember his Times Square, uber swanky Times Square office, paid for by the investors, right? his multiple trips around the world paid for by his investors of his token, right? And do you remember he only actually floated 2 million of his coins and kept 98 million in some sort of treasury? And I think this is what kind of pisses him off regarding Hex, as to why the OA owns so many coins, and those coins are kind of locked up. The difference being is, of course, the OA never sells those coins. They are doing a good to the community, boosting the interest rate, and never being sold on the market. At some point, I believe they will be sold in blocks to qualified investors. Could be hedge funds, could be some Wall Street kind of entity, right? With conditions, right? They'll be with conditions. They'll be sold at a higher market price with conditions that they never enter the market, and they use to be used as some sort of asset on their books, right? That's kind of what I'm kind of thinking, and what I'm sure Richard is thinking right now. After 537 days into Hex, we are doing so good. We are doing so good. Yeah, I'm just checking if anyone's in chat. Maybe let me post a chat share link. Whole invite. Copy to clipboard, and I'll post it in the chat. There we go. And let me blow this chart up. There we go. Now you can see it better, right? So yeah, up and to the right, has proven to be the case. And Freddie Quotes had an interesting call during the sacrifice phase. I think what he was calling for 25 cents, a dollar, and dollar beyond post sacrifice. That could actually be a truism. Look at this curve we got going on here. This is called positive reflexivity. Double check with Wells only one if this is actually true, but I believe that is to be the case, right? You got some reflexivity going on in the price action where it just kind of hits a backboard. I think this was the backboard, right? And it just starts going vertical. So yeah, we could definitely hit a buck or over a buck, right? And who knows what will happen post coming back down. But let's keep our eyes on the prize and what Richard designed it to do. Beat Ethereum's launch, which was 10,000x in 914 days, which is only a year away, right? I think it's July 1st. 914 days will be met after what the low was, all-time low was January 6, 2020. Yeah, I'm getting all the years mixed up now. But yeah, look at this action. Tagging the 10 as it should do and retracing as it should do, because this is a pure two-way market. It as it goes up, it comes back down to see if that price action up here was real or not. And then look at this, like it just eats away at these levels, back testing and filling, back testing, filling. Even here it did 2, 3, 4, 5 cents and came back down, but you can't really see it because it's so quick. But it did that. It went up to, I believe, 6.8 cents, and it came back down to 3.3 cents in a matter of a week or two, right? But that's the test of these lower levels, and this is what it's doing right now. Amazing stuff. So yeah, we will definitely surpass what Richard designed it to do, which was 10,000x. This right here, I think it's like 3,400x from the all-time low. So yeah, 10,000x, 20 cents, 30 cents, boom, it's done. It's there. It'll all be done, I believe, during sacrifice phase of Pulse or post it. So it could be what, end of July, end of August, somewhere around that point. That will make sense. And post launch, it could well indeed come back down, testing these lower levels, which is fine, which gives it room to go back up again. And go on to reach this $1 line. Yes, Hex will reach $1 most likely this year, right? Most likely this year, considering the performance and based on the community. The community is so strong indeed. So I'm just going to close this out. And what I really wanted to come on to do was actually go on Twitter, because I am still on Twitter jail, and it's more than jail, it's a life sentence. I can never activate my old account again for calling Reggie Middleton a scammer and challenging him to a duel fist fight, if you will. And that invitation is still open, Reggie. Come at me. Come at any of the Hexkins, right? And I think he was doing that today, doing that to Richards on a YouTube stream with the Gentleman of Crypto. But anyway, enough attention given to that dude, because what is he? Cloud chasing, attention seeking, trying to gain. Because that's how he lives. That's how he gains income, right? From attention. So the less attention given to him, the better, in my opinion. I think he tried to become a Wall Street guy, couldn't get on Wall Street, so became a blogger, small-time real estate investor. What is he? Amazingly, he got on CNBC through his blog, but that was approaching a decade ago. So yeah, less said about that guy, the better. Credit scam product, promoted it with Cliff High. Those two were in cahoots for sure. If you go back and watch the videos, I think you can't. I think Cliff High deleted those because he knew what he did. Scammed a lot of people out of a lot of money, including our very own Hexlena StakeAlot. You and me both, Hexlena, and it's not but lemons that I'm spitting. It's because the guy is smart. Reggie is a smart dude, but he used his smartness to basically live off the other people, right? Create a living off other people. Yeah, unfortunately. Oh dear, Reggie. So let's read what Hexlane has been saying and tweeting the last few days. I posted this tweet on Cabana's Crypto Show. It's a good one, isn't it? This is all I've read, actually, the first tweet. I was kind of saving this for my own enjoyment, but I figured I'll get on YouTube and share the Hexlena brain. She's got a galaxy brain for sure. Hexkins, it's almost time to FOMO in day one, because screenshots of Pulse Chain Com sacrifice are released. And it appears Pulse Chain will save every worthy Ethereum project that toggles switch to migrate over to the future world, and those that do will smoke all other cryptos. Lols. I like the way she ends with her tweets with lols, because she's saying it's obvious, but for many people it's not obvious. And I didn't actually click on this, but this is kind of cool, right? Pulse sacrifice, and it's giving you the opportunity to donate some tokens to the greater good of your personal pocketbook and others who are Hexkins, right? Validated stake. So as Pulse is going to be delegate proof of stake, it's going to be actually kind of interesting network. I'm not too sure how it will actually perform or operate, but this screenshot is kind of giving you an idea, right? Total rewards. So you get a fractional pulse by staking couple pulse. Interesting. And okay, we've got some more detail here. 12.61% yields, staking pulse. Revenue share 32%, misdemeanors. So Richard is programming in game theory, felonies, misdemeanors in rotation. So yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see who becomes validators, and what is required to become a validator. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, right? Okay, this is probably all from Richard. Validator staking front end implementation. Okay, it's been done. Validator staking system contract updates. Yeah, this is all good stuff. All good code, I'm sure it is. Like with Hex. Hexlena StakeAlot 20 hours ago. Hexkins. This is your chance to gift one special loved ones 1 million Hex DeFi certificate or deposit product. Wow. Oh yeah, I think this is Ski Hat's giveaway. Yeah, check that out. And could be big, right? 1 million Hex. What is that? $75,000 USD. Wowzers. Yeah, Hex Ski Cat doing great stuff as always. Must be a super shark for sure. Hexlena 20 hours ago, 100%, just like Hex DeFi reinforces positive behavior and long-term planning for the future. Quant Gang, Maddie Allen, your Matic. Wells only came up with a clever way to use Ski Cat's onboarding contest to reinforce generosity and community, giving Hexkins a chance to bless our loved ones. And that is true. I think Hex is the most giving community of all, the strongest crypto community and the most giving. And the contract, the code allows us to be so, right? So it gives you the freedom to kind of not just to hodl and look at your crypto assets as something to be, collected and not shared with. Hex is a sharing crypto community for sure. Yes, this is Oprah giving away Pontiac G40s, probably worth like a couple of grand right now. That's depreciation for you for a shitty product. Yes. Laugh my ass off. These 1,000 Quattro Cinco stakes will one day be worth more than 99% of Hex total value, making those 1,000 the richest people on earth. Lols. There are less than 1,000 Quattro Cinco day stakes with over 1 million Hex. Wow, that's an interesting stat. Own it. Where did you come up with that? I have one. Looking handsome today. Yes, I have a few Hexlena. Unfortunately, I didn't get in early enough, or nor did I have enough capital to do 1 million plus Quattro Cinco. When I got in, this is T-Bird, a Aussie Hexagon. I think maybe Tasmanian Hexagon. I have to double check with him. I think he's out in the outback somewhere, fighting kangaroos or something and dealing with wombats and dingoes. Yeah, T-Bird's out in the wild. Had to make my Quattro Cinco smaller and prioritize doing a 5 to 15 year ladder. Everyone has to strategize their stakes based on their specific circumstances. Yeah, that's very true. Good words from T-Bird. Kryptonate. I purposely made shorter Quattro Cinco stakes and broke up larger sums of Hex to stake short term. This guy gets it. I like to have my money gradually. This is what I like about Hex. Yeah, it's so flexible, the contracts. You can do whatever you want. We promote Quattro Cincos because I think you should have one, at least one, right? Because longer pays better, and actually that's the best deal you can actually get for yourself. Yeah, Kenneth Bozak. Yeah, he did a Quattro Cinco with gifted Hex, of course, not purchased Hex. Excellent. Johnny No Good. A neighbor on the league ladders of the Hex Stakers. Yeah. Me and Johnny go back. T-Share Neo. I believe T-Share Neo is, high end dolphin. Yeah. Very, very high end dolphin. Approaching shark status, I think. Of this hexagon brainwaves, yes. I have 7 Quattro Cinco stakes. Only got 1 like. That should be at least 5,000 likes, right? It gets even more mind blowing when you start looking at the start date of these stakes. The stakes that start early are worth even more. Something to look into. Oh yes, my Quattro Cincos. The stakes that give me less stress. The ones that are coming due, they give me more stress. So yeah, what do you think about that little statement? Okay, let's do a couple more tweets and then I actually need to eat my dinner. Yeah, 1:22 a.m. Still need to eat. Laugh my ass off. History shows that successful exchange heists. Oh boy, she's going deep on this one. Don't give a fuck about maintaining market price. Just like Mount Gox trustee. Yes, these crooks will market dump. Oh shite! Is it Mount Gox dumping on our heads right now? I'll say on our heads, but yeah, the BTC, BCH, that makes a lot of sense. Crypto markets have another huge dumping coming, so plebs on the fence. This is your last chance to buy Hex. There's no Mount Gox trustee to dump on Hex heads, by the way. Yeah, 2 South African brothers and co-founders of their own crypto exchange have disappeared. What? 3.6 billion in Bitcoin? Could be the biggest cryptocurrency heist in history. Wow. Why would you give your money to 2 South African brothers? Your precious BTC. Biggest problem in crypto, right? Exchanges, right? Presented again without comment. Lulz. Yeah. Yeah. Tragedy. That's why DEX is important. That's why owning your own personal private keys is important in crypto. Hex was Satoshi's red-haired stepchild thrown into the jungle to fend for himself since day one. After Hex killed every predator that tried to kill it, Hex became the unstoppable apex predator, slaughtering all gatekeeping maxis foolish enough to come at the Jungle King. This tree is so good. So good. Just the thoughts. In Hex, we have reached all-time highs in FUD. Boom, Hex wealth. Yes, kudos to you. What happens when Hex FUD goes to 0 and Hex FOMO launches? You tell me, sir. But why would elites with everything to lose? Epstein, McAfee. I am content in here. I have friends. The food is good. All is well. No doubt, if I hang myself, a la Epstein, it will be no fault of mine. R.I.P. John. Wow. Yeah. I mean, as soon as he got banged up in that Spanish prison, I was counting the good days. Truly tragedy. This is what you're up against, people. This fiat legacy, old school institutions are hard. Not your friend. Rest in peace, John McAfee. Why does power corrupt? Because ultimate power corrupts entirely, right? Yeah, it's just the nature of the beast. Laugh my ass off. I hope McAfee wasn't bluffing and really had indeed activated the dead man switch to release the hounds. So McAfee actually had body doubles and actually escaped prison before. So hopefully pulled off something incredible. Yeah, I mean, I'm just hoping McAfee. I'm just hoping on slim hope 1% chance that he could still well be alive somewhere. I've collected files on corruption in governments for the first time. I'm naming names and specifics. I'll begin with a corrupt CIA agent and two Bahamian officials. Coming today, if I'm arrested or disappeared, 31 terabytes of incriminating data will be released to the press. Bitcoin and Chavo, shit's gonna get reals. Me, T-shares paying every day. Yeah, cool. All right, that's enough for me. I need to eat my dinner. Yeah, 1:30 a.m. late dinner for me. Anyway, peace out, people. Hexkins, enjoy Vegas. Hope you guys have a blast.